HTTP modules are very similar to HTTP handlers. The main difference is that HTTP modules cannot be configured to handle specific requests. Instead, HTTP modules intercept every request that your application receives. HTTP modules also allow you to work with additional events that occur between the user's request and the web server's response. Note that the global.asax file is capable of adding code to the same events as an HTTP module. If your requirements are simple, you can simply use global.asax instead of creating an HTTP module. The advantage of HTTP modules over the global.asax file is the ability to attach more than one module to a project. Global.asax is covered in depth in Session 12 of the Essential Skills course in this series. To begin this lesson, open the SecFile project from your Sample Files folder. The SecFile project allows users to upload and retrieve files. You're going to use an HTTP module to add custom security features to the project. Add a new HTTP module by right-clicking SecFile in the Solution Explorer and clicking Add New Item. Then click Web in the left-hand pane if it isn't selected already. Then scroll down in the central pane and click ASP.NET Module. In the name box, enter Security Module.cs and click Add. Your new HTTP module is created and opened. An HTTP module is simply a class that implements the iHTTP module interface. Expand the iHTTP module members region now and remove all existing code from the init method. The code that currently exists in the init method may cause errors, so it's a good idea to delete it before continuing. Next, you're going to add some code to intercept the Authorize Request event. HTTP modules are able to intercept any part of the process that occurs when the web server receives a request. The part of the lifecycle that you're interested in is the Authorize Request event. The Authorize Request event happens immediately after the user's credentials have been established, making it an ideal place to check their access rights. ASP.NET applications support two forms of authentication: Windows and Forms. These were covered in Session 9 of the Essential Skills course in this series. With Windows authentication, the ASP.NET Web application is able to automatically detect the user's Windows login credentials. Windows authentication only works properly with Internet Explorer on an intranet site. With Forms authentication, the ASP.NET Web application detects the user's credentials using ASP.NET's built-in security system. Login credentials are available in the user.identity object. User.identity.isAuthenticated is true if the user is logged in and false if they are not. If the user is logged in, their username will be available in the user.identity.name property. The user object is available in code behind files in the page.user object. In this lesson's HTTP module, it can be found in the currentApplication.user object. The authorizeRequest method establishes the user's credentials and populates the user object. Now add the following code to the init method. Context.authorizeRequest plus equals new event handler custom security. This code tells ASP.NET to run the custom security method when the authorizeRequest event occurs. The code is marked with an error because you have not yet created the custom security method. Event handler is a delegate type that allows event handler methods to be passed as objects. You learned about delegates in Lesson 4.10. Methods must contain the object sender and event args arguments to be used by the event handler delegate type. Create the custom security method now by adding the following new method to your HTTP module. Public void custom security object sender event args HTTP application current application equals HTTP application sender. The HTTP application object contains the request and response objects that you're already familiar with, as well as the user property. You will finish implementing your custom security module in the next lesson. That's lesson 8.9. Close Visual Studio now, saving your changes if prompted. You've now completed lesson 8.8. Create an HTTP module.